After a grueling 2020, the first quarter of 2021 saw the Singapore economy returning to positive growth for the first time in a year. Official rhetoric suggested that a 4 to 6% growth forecast is likely to be exceeded. So what went wrong? After a rise in Covid-19 community cases, Singapore is now back in phase 2. What does this mean for the Singapore economy and the man on the street? This is a temporary setback for the highly anticipated 2021 growth recovery team. While it is still too early to predict if the second half of the year will see its recovery derailed, given the better-than-expected growth in the first quarter of 2021, it is still plausible that full-year growth comes in around the 6% on year. However, the latest measures will affect different sectors to varying magnitudes. Many Singaporean workers are by now very familiar with a hybrid work model, shuttling between working from home or in the office. Even though more of us are likely to work from home this month, the productivity impact should be modest. In fact, this may give companies yet another impetus to provide more flexible working arrangements in the medium term. But commercial landlords and REITs may worry about near-term occupancy prospects. Retail shops and dining places, especially those in the central business district, will lament the policy reversal. Those who had already made plans to celebrate Mother's Day over the weekend will also have to dial down on their celebrations. Restaurants must now rearrange their tables to seat a maximum of 5 rather than 8 persons. And this will call for a high degree of flexibility in tweaking the restaurant layout, so modular setups may work better as long as COVID remains prevalent. For gym-goers like me, going back to virtual workouts and jogging in a park brings back some uncomfortable memories of circuit breaker. Maybe it's seriously time to invest in the affordable bicycle or to explore the hiking trails that Singapore has to offer. But for a more sustainable model, fitness offerings may have to look beyond on-site and hybrid offerings and seriously consider some off-site options. The MICE, live performances and cinema players will also have to exercise greater caution. Mass participation sports events would have to be suspended, so F1 fans will have to wait longer. Even weddings with more than 50 guests would also require pre-event testing, much to the dismay of hotels, food caterers and of course the guests themselves. One exception could be the domestic property market, which has proven to be Teflon-like. Private property prices have risen in recent months as local demand remains very resilient in an environment of ample liquidity and low interest rates. Barring any hints of cooling measures, the return to phase 2 is unlikely to sink enthusiasm for the property market at this juncture.